The ePartner is Peugeot's eco-friendly small EV van for urban businesses looking to make the switch to full battery power, and has been usefully updated here with a sharper look and longer driving range. It's a shared Stellantis Group design, but differs from its badge-engineered cousins with a completely different instrument binnacle and steering wheel design, which delivers a completely different feel at the wheel. Peugeot is a brand with plenty of track record when it comes to EV propulsion, with an electric history going all the way back to the VLV model of 1941, several hundred of which found their way onto the streets of Paris. And in the modern era, the company was producing mainstream EVs long before brands like Renault and Nissan supposedly pioneered them. Over 3,500 battery-charged versions of the little 106 hatchback were sold between 1995 and 2003. It's taken the company some time to get into its stride with sales of EV vans, though. We had to wait until 2021, 10 years after Renault bought us its first full battery LCV, for electric versions of the Mark's III mainstream LCVs to appear, including this model, the ePartner, which shares its design and drivetrain with three other Stellantis Group models, namely the Citroën e-Berlingo, the Vauxhall Combo Electric and the Fiat e-Doblo, and one Toyota commercial vehicle, the ProAce City Electric. Unlike those close cousins though, this Peugeot is differentiated by more than just badges on the grille and steering wheel, as we're about to see in our review of the updated version of this ePartner model launched in early 2024. You can find out more about this kind of model by downloading the Car and Driving app. And if you're interested specifically in this ePartner, you'll need to stay with us for the industry's most comprehensive review, the Car and Driving Road Test. This EV model gains a new 52 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which energizes a 136 horsepower front-mounted motor with 270 newton meters of torque. You start off in the default normal drive mode, and the other selectable drive settings are eco and power. You'll need the power mode to unleash the electric motor's full output, though if you drive like that, you will of course get nowhere near the improved battery's enhanced WLTP rated best driving range figure of up to 213 miles. That's around 30 miles further than before. Obviously that'll fall with heavy loads in the back, but you can maximise range with proactive use of the regenerative braking system, which can now be activated at 3 different levels using steering wheel paddles. As usual with EVs, if you do need performance, it's only a right foot jab away. 62 miles an hour from rest occupies 11.7 seconds, but the instant response you get to 30 miles an hour makes this LCV feel quicker than that. Overtakes are easy too. 50 to 75 miles an hour takes 3.9 seconds. There's a very modest maximum of just 82 miles an hour. Whichever drivetrain you decide upon, you'll appreciate the development priority given to the creation of a supple quality of ride. And whichever body shape you choose, this standard length version or the lengthier long variant, you'll find that the driving position is pretty good, with the steeply raked windscreen and low bonnet combining to give great visibility. Couple that with big panoramic door mirrors, and the result is a vehicle which you can be confident about driving even in the most congested city streets. Peugeot's aim here was to make this updated Partner's exterior styling as memorable as its cabin design. Well, it's certainly now a little more noticeable thanks to an updated front end with a revised radiator grille featuring the latest brand shield at its centre. As before, there's a choice of 2 body styles, but still no high roof option. This 4.4 metre standard version or a 4.75 metre long variant that sits on its own distinct lengthier wheelbase. At the rear, as usual with an LCV, the tail lamp design is vertical and linear to maximise the opening aperture of doors that feature integrated hidden hinges designed to provide greater security against theft. The key changes made though to this updated Partner lie inside at the wheel. Let's take a look. Now, if you happen to be familiar with this third generation partner, the main change that you'll notice once inside plusher variants is the addition of a larger 10-inch HD iConnect central screen, accompanied by a digital instrument cluster of the same size. As before, the cabin sets itself apart from similarly designed rivals with an unusual iCockpit design that sees you looking at the little instrument cluster above the steering wheel rather than more conventionally through its spokes. There's no lack of storage space in the cab, 16 stowage points according to Peugeot, these including a 15-litre area in the centre console with twin USB-C ports nearby. This is a place to do business and scout for business, which you'll be able to do more easily with your laptop if you pull on this blue tab and fold out the centre part of the middle seat backrest, which creates a swivelling work surface. This feature another thing that's standard above base trim. Now, as we filmed in summer 2025, this ePartner full EV model costs from around £27,000 excluding VAT, once the £2,500 government plug-in grant have been deducted from the asking price. As you'd expect in this class, with both drivetrains, a crew van body style is also available with a fold-out second row bench. The sliding door on the left side is standard with this standard length body shape, while twin sliding side doors are standard with the lengthier long version. At the back, the unglazed asymmetric rear doors open to 180 degrees. Peugeot offers 3 partner van trim levels: Professional, Professional Plus, and, as in this case, Asphalt. All partners get auto eco LED headlights with high beam assist, rear parking sensors, cruise control with a programmable speed limiter, remote control central locking that comes with deadlocks. There's a 6-way adjustable driver's seat complete with lumbar adjustment. You get an overhead storage shelf in the cabin. There's air conditioning, a vinyl load floor covering, and a 2-position movable ladder frame bulkhead. It's probably worth stretching to mid-range Professional Plus trim, because this also includes the useful ModuWork opening bulkhead, along with a 10-inch digital instrument cluster and a 10-inch iConnect HD central infotainment screen with Wi-Fi, instead of just a central smartphone station. Now, this top Asphalt variant also adds front fog lights, full wheel trims, a security alarm system, rain-sensitive wipers, a PVC cabin floor covering, and for the centre screen, navigation, voice control, 4G connectivity, a digital rear view mirror, front parking sensors, and a VisioPart 180-degree surround view camera system with flank guard detection. Key options include the full-size spare wheel we have here, which also comes included as part of an optional worksite pack, which also includes increased ground clearance, grippier reinforced tyres, an underbody protection plate, and a grip-controlled traction system with hill descent assist. Now, we'd want to consider the cargo pack, which for the load bay adds 4 storage rings, LED reinforced lighting, and a 12-volt socket. Adding the optional wood floor to the cargo area, well, that might be worth doing too. And if you stuck with base spec, pay the £450 extra Peugeot wants for the ModuWork modular bulkhead. Bear in mind that with any partner, unless you choose the only standard colour, that's solid ice white, you'll be paying your Peugeot dealer more for paint colour. We've got Cumulus Grey Metallic here. You can add 16-inch alloy wheels to this Asphalt version too. If you want to charge this electric model via a 3-phase supply, you'll have to pay £350 extra for an 11 kilowatt bi-directional 3-phase onboard charger. With this EV, you can also add a useful ePTO 400-volt plug-in electric socket, allowing you to power external devices like lights and power tools from the drive battery. Plus, EV buyers get offered an optional winter pack, which includes a leather heated steering wheel, a heat pump, and an automatic air conditioning system. Across the range, there's plenty of safety kit, including airbags for the driver and front passenger, lane keeping assist, an automatic braking system, blind spot alert, high beam assist, and an excessive speed warning system. Plus, there's driver attention alert and tyre pressure monitoring. Now, if you want more and have chosen either the diesel auto or this EV, an optional drive assist pack adds lane positioning assist, extended traffic sign recognition, an upgraded advanced emergency braking system, and highway integrated assist with adaptive cruise control. So let's take a look in the cargo area. The twin rear doors, well, they open wide, and you can extend them out further by releasing these little yellow stays. As usual with an electric van, there's no capacity downside in opting for this EV version. This little LCV's load volume is up to 3.3 cubic metres in this short wheelbase standard length form, and even with this version there's easily enough room to slide in the usual Euro pallet. The useful modular work load through hatch that's standard above base trim increases capacity to 3.8 cubic metres. For the lengthier, long version, the capacity figure is 3.9 cubic metres, extendable to up to 4.4 cubic metres with the load through hatch in use. Now, with this standard length model, there's up to 1,200 millimetres of load area height. It's up to 1,270 millimetres with the long version, and up to 1,229 millimetres between the wheel arches. Load length with this short wheelbase standard length version is up to 1,817 millimetres or 3,090 millimetres with the load through hatch in use. For the long wheelbase long variant, the respective load length figures are 2,167 millimetres and 3,440 millimetres. The load width is 1,630 millimetres or 1,527 millimetres with the twin side doors fitted. The crew van version can take up to 4 cubic metres with the second row bench folded, or 1.8 cubic metres with that bench in place. Payload figures for this e-Partner standard panel van are rated at between 642 and 759 kilograms. Brakes towing capacity is 750 kilograms for this e-Partner. With the lengthier long model, you get a sliding door on each side. Each sliding door offers an aperture of up to 675 millimetres wide and 1,072 millimetres tall. As for cargo bay practicalities, well, there's a light in the top right corner at the back and plenty of silver floor tie downs, 6 in this standard length model, with the option of LED cargo area illumination and a 12-volt socket. The wheel arches aren't as intrusive to the load area as with some other small vans, but you'll still want to get them covered to prevent scratches and scrapes. With this electric version, as usual with an EV van, there's nowhere for the charging leads bag to go. With this EV, we'd want to specify Peugeot's optional ePTO, that's electric power takeoff system, which will allow you to power external devices like power tools or lights from your e-Partner's dry battery. Right, and running costs. Well, here there's little for operators to worry about. Now, as we told you in our driving section, this electric model is now rated at up to 213 miles on a charge, though that figure will take a significant drop in really cold winter temperatures. The centre screen has an e-coaching section which gives you tips split into different categories, or a daily tip each day, but most of these are pretty blindingly obvious, like smooth acceleration limits the energy consumption. This EV model's powertrain supports up to 100 kilowatt rapid DC charging with an 80% recharge taking 30 minutes, while a full charge from a 7.4 kilowatt single phase AC wall box takes 7.5 hours thanks to the 7.4 kilowatt onboard charger. Customers with access to 3-phase power can specify an optional 11 kilowatt onboard charger that will charge the e-Partner in 5 hours, 4 minutes when using it. A wall box that also supports this faster AC home charging solution. If you're charging from a domestic 3-pin plug, a full charge will take a yawning 31 hours 10 minutes. You can set charging times via the My Peugeot app or via the centre screen's dedicated energy section, which also has an energy flow monitor and a statistics section that shows miles per kilowatt hour efficiency over the last 30, 60 or 120 miles. You'll also need to know that Peugeot includes a 3-year 60,000 mile warranty as standard, which is way off the up to 10-year package that you could have on the mechanically identical Toyota ProAce City version of this same design. A year's free breakdown cover is provided by Peugeot along with a 6-year anti-corrosion guarantee. With this e-partner, the battery is guaranteed to 70% of capacity for up to 8 years or 100,000 miles. Service intervals are every 2 years or 25,000 miles, depending on which comes round sooner, and you can opt for a service plan that lets you pay monthly to spread the cost of regular work to your van. Peugeot's unusual iCockpit dashboard design takes on added importance here, as it's the one thing that properly differentiates this e-partner from its Citroën, Fiat, Vauxhall and Toyota design stablemates. If you like the different interior approach and find prices similar to those other models, then the e-partner is an easy pick, provided you also think it's superior to the Renault Kangoo, Nissan Townstar and Mercedes Sight & Shed EV van design that also competes in this segment. That alternative is a strong contender, but so also is this e-partner. Peugeot was a decade behind its home market rival Renault in bringing a small EV van to market, but today this one gives that Kangoo E-Tech model line strong competition. The charging times, range figures and practicality stats all add up. Whether the premium for electric van ownership will for your company is of course another story. If it does, then this one deserves a place on your shopping list.